Assassin, Jermaine Franklin Jr., and shout out to Goodfella TV.
All right, is Canelo Alvarez scared of Terence Crawford? The rumor is he don't want to fight David Benavidez. He don't want to fight, Dimitri Bivol in a rematch. And apparently he may not pick Terence Crawford to fight. But I don't think he's scared of Terence Crawford. I just think it's just to the point where you don't have nothing to gain. Everything to lose, nothing to gain. That's why he didn't want to fight Dimitri Bivol at 168. Now, Dimitri Bivol was a big 75. He barely made 175 pounds. Then guess what he would do? He would, okay, come down to 68. And then he knew he would have an advantage. Canelo always looking for an advantage. And, he ain't the first fighter to do so. Sugar Ray Leonard, he was always looking for an advantage. Waited till, Hagler had a war with Mugabe and said, oh, I can beat him. Wait till he wore down. People don't remember those integral parts about boxing. Those little, that's what BoxRec don't tell you. Mayweather, put a little catch weight on Canelo for what? Waited Pacquiao away. Waited for Pacquiao to lose a couple times, get knocked out, hid behind a drug test and shit like that. This is things history tend to be forgotten. That's why when you talk about resumes, guys say they just gonna look at the name and see the names on there, but they don't tell the whole part. Like, when did you beat them? How did you beat them at, what weight class? So at the same time, Canelo always needs some type of advantage. And that's what I don't like about him, man. His fans act like it exists. Or his fanboys act like it don't exist. But like I said, I don't really have an interest in the fight. I want to see a guy go up 2 weight classes and fight Canelo for what? Just so he can get paid? Well, shit, you can get paid on somebody else's dime and time. I wouldn't watch it. And ain't no disrespect to nobody involved in it. I'm tired of just, funding motherfuckers' retirement fund and shit. Tired of that shit. That they fought and he went up and fought, cool, and everybody else doing their thing around him. And I ain't, can't get mad at Terence Crawford. He did what he had to do. He would have did it in a better, timely manner, but it wasn't up to him. You see what I'm saying? He did what he had to do. But everybody else around him, it's too many fights that's not happening. There's too many motherfuckers trying to pull a Kell Brook, jump up and then, get a moral victory and then try to come back down. And these dudes need to be fighting. All the fights we didn't get: Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz, Oscar Valdez, David Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez. We about to get Bivol and better Biav. You know what I'm saying? Wilder, AJ. You know what I'm saying? All these type of fights should have happened. Keith Thurman, Earl Spence, Keith Thurman, Terence Crawford, Jamil Charlo should have happened. He went up and sold himself to Canelo Alvarez. Burrell and Benavidez should be happening next. You say you fight somebody, oh, then he need to get, oh, he ain't ready, oh, I'll fight him now, he can get his name up. I'm tired of hearing all that. Make these fights. Sabril Matias, Haney, Sabril Matias, T.O., Haney. All them dudes need to be fighting, bruh. All of them. Then you can get away with Crawford moving up and doing that. But ain't nobody else doing nothing. Why wouldn't, come on. Tired of seeing, we get to see the fights that nobody asked for. But the fights we constantly asking for, we can't get it. With guys in the same, closer in weight class or in the same weight class. But like Canelo, Canelo thinking like, what do I got to gain? I got everything to lose. This dude come in here and have a little bit of success for me. I look bad. My legacy take a hit. This dude come in and fight me. Come and beat me. It's over with. It's a wrap. I'm disgraced. I'm no longer in the greats in boxing. He never was so great, and I kept telling y'all that. So he got everything to lose in that fight and nothing to gain. Crawford, his health is just on the line. That's a serious thing. That's a serious thing. Canelo gonna come in big as hell and try to walk through Terence Crawford. And he know if Terence Crawford get a rhythm, and what Floyd Mayweather did ain't had nothing to do with size. It was just basic hitting, then getting hit, and he had nothing to do. He couldn't do nothing about it. He was at his mercy. He could do nothing to Floyd Mayweather. Don't nobody want to be in a position where you can't even touch a motherfucker. You can't even lay a lace on him. He was helpless against Mayweather. You know, Lara, he was able to drop a left hook where Lara was rolling out, because Lara kept rolling out the same way. You know, Crawford and Floyd gonna go in and out. They got a little bit more variety than there's on Lara. You know, got a guy that's gonna switch righty to lefty. And if he come in and he beat you, or he has some success, or it's a close fight, bro, you go, man, dude, you know, it just ain't worth it. And then the money is probably not expeditiously, or not expeditiously, it's not bigger. It ain't like, okay, I'm getting 50 a fight, they're gonna give me 100 to fight Crawford. They ain't not gonna do that. Probably the same 50 you get to fight, same amount of money you get for Beevil, same amount of money you get for fighting Jamal and Jamel Charlo. So if the reward ain't big enough, then shit, the money ain't significantly bigger. I'm taking some risks here. This man come up 2 weight classes and beat me and make history. He punched his ticket that's probably a top 10, 15, maybe even some people's opinions, this is modern day and overreaction, a top 5 fighter of all time. What do I drop off of? One of the biggest disgraces in boxing, in Mexican boxing history. Canelo ain't wanting to take risks. He had to take the Triple G risk. You know? WB, he was going around Mexico, you know, at the Children's Hospital wearing a Mexican hat, trying to be an adopted son of Mexico with your motherfucking WBC belt. Your Mexican company endorsed a dude from Kazakhstan, so you had to get your league back then. So like Canelo say, why would they do that, amigo? He got nothing to gain. You beat him, oh, you supposed to. You beat him, you were supposed to. So, like I said before, you know, it's just to the point where, like, what do I got to gain from this? Nothing. He said he was going to fight Earl Spencer. Absolutely was. And it sounded like he was going to come down and wait and fight him. You know? So Earl Spencer's Terence Crawford. He knew Earl Spence was trash. Anybody you ask in boxing, they all pick Terence Crawford. They try to do it as respectfully as they possible. And Earl Spence and them knew it too. You know, what Mike Tyson said in the 30 for 30 chasing Tyson about fighting Holyfield, he said, as fighters, we know it's going to be a tough fight before the fight going. We know. Errol Spence knew, Derrick James knew from day one that man was going to beat that ass. They knew. That's why they was talking about numbers and he on the wrong side of the street. That's why they was deflecting. You know, anybody that, after a while, anybody that knew how to read body language knew that they didn't want to fight. And you've seen why. And still ain't learned their lesson. Still ain't learned to be humble in defeat. Still want to make excuses and take away from the man what the man did. It's terrible. I guess that's the Dallas way. That's the Texas way. They knew they was going to lose. And that's why Charlo was doing all that woofing in the crowd and all that retarded stuff that he be doing. Tilting his head to the side and with all that stuff he be doing, bro. And he knew too. He knew that man was going to clip them wings too. So what'd he go out there and do? Make some money versus Canelo, went home, did some dumb stuff so he ain't got to fight him. Yeah, I said it. You know? But yeah, ain't nothing for Canelo to gain up in that. You know, ain't like they about to pay him a big pay. I understand Canelo didn't even bow down to fight Pacquiao. And Pacquiao tried to drag him down to a catch weight and fight him. I think after Mayweather fought him, Pacquiao tried to fight him, and him and Canelo couldn't agree on weight and some terms. So if he wouldn't conform to Pacquiao, you know he ain't about to conform to fighting Bud. First Bud said no, then he says do a catch weight. Then Canelo said hell no, I can't make less than 68. He said you gonna come down from the 60 for Earl. He ain't say nothing. Then Bud said I come up to 68. I'm like, okay. You know? So, like I said before, just like, you know, the reward don't match the risk. The risk of losing everything for Canelo. He lose to Bud Crawford and, man, dude, Mexico will act like he didn't even, his boxing history didn't even exist. They gonna clear the catch and delete the cookies. Yeah, I said it. They gonna act like this dude ain't never did nothing. They gonna skip right over his name, the great Salvador Sanchez, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Benito Lopez, Juan Marquez, Barrera, Morales. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go through all of the greats. Man, they even going to mention Chavez Jr. before him. Oh, man, they're going to have videos. What happened to Canelo? Why did nobody mention Canelo no more? The one man that obliterated or that expunged Canelo name from the Mexican boxing history. We'll be back with our 30th season of 30 for 30. The man that expunged Canelo's from the Mexican boxing history. Or why was Canelo expunged from Mexican boxing history? Oh, man. Shit. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, aka X, Twitter, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Hit the link tree. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.